Is it going? Said what? Okay. Sometimes when I would make podcasts off air, I wouldn't know how to start it, and there would be like 5 clips of yeah, this. I'd be like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?" And I'd take another 5 minutes and like listen to more music. It's it's something else just coming on here and going and performing this cast that I'm podding a podcast. I just don't even like that word, you guys and girls, men and women. I just don't like the term podcaster, podcasting. I talk and I create verbal audio dope bricks. And sometimes my name is Bryan. You're in my world. Really, I just podcast to express my multiple personality disorder. Dude, look at this. You see this? This can turn to a cowboy hat real quick. The bandana can turn into a cowboy hat and overalls, and I'll get muddy. I'll go through that mud. I'll get muddy as fuck. I got muddy today. Really, I just podcast to express my multiple. For real though, you guys, I try my best to have a crazy, wild, interesting life and turn it into a production. Work hard, have fun, go with the flow. Life is about the journey, not the destination. I'm unfiltered, uncensored, unhinged, and keep it outside the box. I have learned from my past mistakes, and I am full of spiritual wisdom and out-of-pocket comments. Um, a healthy version of phone farting. So listen, you guys. I call it phone farting around, and you can kind of fart around on your shit. Okay, you wanna. I always talk about like not scrolling on the social media. Well, I gotta do a better job of giving people things to easy to replace that with, because not everybody can just go read a book instead of scroll on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat. Dude, I can't even do that. I'm not too good at reading books. I like books, and if the internet ever fucks up and really is done as something crazy, I'm gonna have all this knowledge and all these books. I'm gonna be like a fucking scholar. I am a scholar. I'm a donkey brains scholar. what was I saying though? That was very important. Where I was going with that, and I have forgotten. I also do podcasts to record my neurodivergence in action. That's right, neurodivergent, diverging thoughts. I forget what I'm talking about. Luckily enough, we have the rewind function, and sometimes you guys, I go 40 minutes. We don't have to do rewind function. Unfortunately, today, we have only made it. Actually, when I looked at it, it said 3, 4, 5. 3 minutes. It says something like that. Ooh, ooh, he's in the spiritual shit. That was. I do want to mention though. Mr. Easy to replace that with, because not everybody can just. So yeah, verb spatting. Me, I spat to just the Snapchat sometimes. I record myself talking into my phone. I spat into this thing. I spat my thoughts. I say things out loud, think things out loud. Sometimes you're like, oh, that's bullshit and unhealthy, but I'm glad I got it out and ranted a little bit because it physically manifested the thought, and then I could make a judgment, a better judgment. Because sometimes our thoughts, dude, there's everything all around you. And if you feel like mad throughout the day, it's probably a good thing. You know what I'm saying? If you're angry or stressed or worried throughout the day and you're like a busy person, that's probably good. I've had times where I didn't worry enough, and I didn't prosper. I didn't take advantage of my opportunities. I didn't grow through my opportunities. I got something and then got complacent and weak. And in the long run, I ended up failing at a lot of different things in life. Let me go get some water. I'm unprepared. He's unprepared. This Bryan guy, he's unprepared. He's borderline arrogant. He's strange. What's going on? What's going on, Daniel? Yeah, I should probably talk about that at some point in the show here. My Cleveland Browns got an amazing victory, and it's very exciting to get a win against the rival with some historical context. That one will stick real good. So yeah, anyways, but yeah, you can be kind of toxic because think about, you want to drain your own toxicity. You want to figure out what that is, but that's good. That's better than seeing the shit on the Twitter that makes you mad or you don't like or comes at you or something, you know. Then that's got your brain, and now there's an input that's negative. Okay, we want to spat, blah. You really should shit in your phone, your dumb shit. If you are mad, and you start talking shit in your phone, make a fucking Snapchat story and just start talking shit, and then listen to it back and be like, oh, don't do them like that. And then just save the thing. Maybe you can look back on it, it'll be funny. Save it. Physical manifestation of your thoughts, because then if you like record something, you get it out. It's like you get it out. You record it. It's out of your brain. You're gonna and just save it in your stupid Snapchats, and don't even post it or share it with anybody. But just have spats, so you know that there's a bunch of junk there. But you know what? That was stuff that you thought about a little bit too much throughout the day, and affected your vibration. But I'm getting pretty good at it. I'm really every day. It's just a continual squeeze. Um, but when you're busy and you're on task, I'm a multitasker, so I have a job that is physical labor, but then I also am allowed to listen to a Bluetooth so I don't go insane. And I'm able to listen to a lot of different things, some sports to relax me, some music if I want to be upbeat, or try to like work really fast and if we have a lot to get done, you know. Or I have a whole stack of podcasts and stuff. They're either funny, entertaining, or deep rooted knowledge, powerful spiritual knowledge. I'm just drilling this shit in my head throughout the day. So yeah, that's where all it comes from. But yeah, the idea that you should be throughout your day. Just yell, if you're upset about, just yell at the thing. And that's what you can replace the scrolling with. Now I get that a lot of people want to scroll because you think you have told yourself that it's what you want to do. Or maybe it's not what you want to do, but maybe it distracts you the most. I don't know. But the distractions are the problem. That's what I found. I found that the distractions, even if I was trying to keep up with sports, that even that got toxic. That even trying to be a Cleveland Browns fan, seeing what all these doofuses have to say online. Me, dude, I'm on the team. I am a Cleveland Brown. You understand? Like, I am a real life Cleveland Brown. I consider myself to be on the team in spirit. And I go out and live my life how the players live their fucking lives. But that's not for everybody. That's why I'm on the field. I'm a star. I'm a player. Like, that's not for everybody. So when you're one of those people, that's backed by something, you guys. It's always backed by a real mission. The Cleveland Browns are backed by a mission. Yeah, they get paid millions of dollars to play football, but dude, there's a lot. Like Miles Garrett, there's stupid drunk fans at the game that do stupid shit. They really don't let that bother them. They know that there's millions and millions of people, tens of millions of people, that a lot of them have, like, that's what they look forward to. Even when the team is shitty, that they look forward to Miles Garrett and seeing him play football, even if our team sucks. He fucking knows that. He knows that. And that's like, I've done, even when I had family, that I thought it was a good idea to do a Christmas stream when I was I was married, you know? I remember doing a stream on Christmas, stream for New Year's on my birthday. I remember this, oh, what if my existence and pizzazz and this energy that I have, I'm not getting appreciated by these people around me that much for the things I have to say. But I have a lot of things to say. So I started talking in the internet. And newsflash, boom. I just saw 11:11 on the fucking live thing. See, I'm tuned in, baby. And see what I'm talking about? It's important shit. That my mission was never to wake up and have a lot of views or make money from this shit. My message was, my ideology was always like, hey, I think I'm offering something a little bit different that could really be useful to people, or entertaining, or a relief from the mainstream. And I gotta make myself available for the potential that somebody's all alone on Christmas and bummed the fuck out or something. And that I'd make myself available, at least to some portion of that day. That was always important to me. And that's what keeps you going and actually putting all the time in, going through the suffering. I do intermittent fasting. And I have an eating disorder. It's like a double whammy of suffering. I'm able to put myself through hunger, but then I like eat late at night and fuck up my stomach the next day. But I keep chugging through it and keep improving the issue. And I found that you can't really get mad at yourself if the issue keeps happening. The way you can do though is if you're taking baby steps and things have gotten better, you can rally around those things and you look for your next inch, decision by decision. And you put the heat and the pressure on yourself. But yeah, we also gotta filter out the trash, dude. I filter out a lot of trash in my head. Whenever I think about a woman, there's only one right now that I think about or care about. And when something, something in my head ticks in me, I don't fucking hesitate for a second to spat it in a message and send it to her. I don't send anything aggressive or mean, or like, maybe it's a little mean calling you out on your bullshit, but also it seem like, oh, I'm salty, she doesn't want to be with me even though I was the one that dipped out, like, and then I said all that and then blah blah blah. It's like, it's not like I harass them. But do I text them maybe once a day sometimes? Yeah, a little bit. Because if I think about a thought with this person that I don't even see, I don't even know if they give a goddamn rat's ass that I exist. I don't even know if they're in the freaking mental facility, in jail. It just says the texts are getting delivered, but I don't know what the reality of the situation even is. I don't know this person anymore, and this person doesn't know me. It's been too long. So I can't sit there and worry about that shit. So if I'm worrying about it, I gotta spat it out and at least have it out there. She ain't gonna respond or give me some kind of reason to think better or think worse. She ain't gonna give me nothing. But you know what? As long as I ain't blocked, I still know that my word is, maybe you're just swiping and deleting it. But I have some funny shit to say, so there's it's so fun. Some of the things I say have to be the funniest thing she's seen all day. Just out of the blue, dude. Just out of fucking left field. Like, I have to. And then some of it's stuff about how I'm really cool. And then calling her out for being a narcissist. So, like, I'm actually If she's reading all this stuff, I'm probably like right there. But then I don't even know. There's details where it's like, you know what? Not there's details about you now that I changed my ideology on, and it's like get to work. Like where is the pitches? Where's the attempts for me? You know, where's the game towards me? Because at a certain point, that's just not right. You know, that's just not right. And there's no game. There's no. You gotta game me. You can't. Now maybe you did, and maybe the men are now bad at game. Have no game these days, which is trickling down to make the women have no game. It's like not good. It's just nobody's got the game. They have like, oh, the small talk game. They don't have. Sometimes girls have Riz. I like when girls have Riz, man. It's fucking nice. Even if it's a little predetermined, a little, you know, a little corned. I'm corny myself. More corny the better. And guess what? The more I exist in what I do in my routine, the more chances I get with ladies that are pretty. So I don't give a shit. But I do. So that, see what I'm saying? That's why you would react. If you do have that thought, and as long as it's not like threatening, or the girl told you to, if they tell you to stop, leave them alone. If they block you, leave them alone. But like if there's still a clear path to the lane to throw a slam dunk or to hit a step back three, maybe you really want her back and you want to spill some beans and say, I still love you. Guess what? All these things about you, I can't find it in nobody, and I've been trying, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, maybe. But it's still, you're still stronger than that. And that's crazy. That's what it means when you're on a mission. It's a different thing. And that's like Miles Garrett. I would expect him to be the same way if a girl wasn't treating him right. And you know he's hurt because he got the speeding, he got the crash with the girl in the car. He's going really fast and getting some road dome. What is that? 1717 I see. That's one of my numbers. Of course, yeah, that's my dude. Fuck yeah, that's sick. That's badass. That's what you do. When you're in that position. Miles Garrett knows that there's hundreds of thousands of ratchet guys like me that Miles getting some fucking roadhead. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Remember we made a short like fuck yeah. Cleveland. We got Deion Sanders' son. I want some Shadur key cards so bad. Oh, I have for Christmas. My dad got me. Thank you, Dad. He got me the 2025 Score football, and it's a good, like a big box, big fucking box, dude. I felt a little spoiled, honestly. It was like 150 cards a box. Dude, cards are not 2025 and shit. Now who's really, dude, all the rookies that are doing good too are like on the Browns. So if I get some Browns, dude, it's a good year. It's a really good year to have a lot of packs, you know. At least for me, I guess. Whenever your team has some good rookies. And the young bucks coming in with the young spirit. That's us. That young spirit, you keep that alive, you show it off. Yeah. A lot of people want to fuck with it. The Humaga. When you're going around riding the tiger and you've given the tiger some catnip and you're going on pure Humaga, the world is yours. But yeah, I think like fixing your intentions. Fixing your intentions, dude. I have my shit like written out. How I read. At one point wanted to be this like rich guy, business guy, rich, show them I'm gonna grow up to be this and that. At one point I was that kind of dude. And even though, like, technically speaking, the chance to be something of high worth is now realistic more than ever based on the improvements I made, how much I love putting everything I have into this podcast shit, and the future of it, and the future of myself, and how much more I can train myself and grow myself as a human. Exponential, honestly. Like, the growth here is ridiculous. And the fact that I've already have a system in place that is getting me some new eyes and some new people and followers in different avenues. I mean, this is just very exciting. Um, but yeah, let's see if I can find this. This is good. I'm a really good case study at this point, people. Very good case study. I have a pretty healthy mind. And that's like through like tested. I'm not snacking, dude. Well, noon for lunch. You know what I did for lunch? I went outside and I didn't even have my long johns today. And it was like 20 in the 20s. It was like 21 and windy. So the wind chill was like 12. And I went outside, did some of my stretching and calisthenics, loosen up, do my little workout. Usually I like to get a little sun, stay out there for like 10, 12, 14 minutes. But today I only lasted like 7 minutes out there, which isn't bad. The wind was fucking whipping. And then I had to get in my car, which was cold. I'm in the parking lot of work. I get into the car. It's freezing cold. You just gotta sit there. I just wasn't moving, dude. It was almost like my body went into like some cold shutdown. Like, oh, you were just really cold in the wind. Now you have to sit in the cold car. I don't turn that on. I don't. So my lunch today. It was not like I didn't eat lunch. I took some vitamins and some NAC and some hit off a dad pen. That's my lunch. Did I get tired in the afternoon? Did my production fall off? No. I'm an animal. Absolute animal. But it's because I'm only able to do this because I'm so free. Because I'm so free in my emotion and behavior and emotional intelligence, and how powerful my emotional intelligence is. I just let myself go. And the guy, I might get caught a bad moment, get really mad at the cat, but I won't really hurt the cat. I might throw something at the cat. I know it's gonna not hit it. It's gonna move. I might I pick the cat up, and if it peed, I put the pen in the pee. But I don't bash the cat, throw the cat. I was fucking mad though. And I was definitely like, if the cat keeps peeing, how much money is it to not spade you? I'm all stressed out. I was hoping to just have a clear mind here, and that's pissed in a place that is really unacceptable. Like, to kick the kitty out. Do I just bash it, get rid of it? How would I get rid of it? And then I was really just hangry. Hadn't eaten all day. Had some vitamins to keep my body in the zone, but at that point I needed to eat or get right into my workout. I couldn't be dicking around with shit. Before I didn't have food yet. This is 5:00 p.m. after work, after I worked a whole ass shift starting at 8 a.m. and got my child to daycare today. I always prepare for each day so that if we have to leave by 7:35, really preferably 10 minutes before that, but I might wake up at 7:20 and we might get out the door at 7:30. It's like that. I might be a little bit on time and on schedule a little 3 minutes early today. Even though I woke up with 10 minutes on the clock. Because it's habitual for me to either shower or bath at night as well as when I wake up. But if I'm in a 10-minute rush, no shower. Boom, skip it. And the reason I'm talking about this is just for anybody that maybe wants to adopt some of this stuff, because it does work again. with what I'm able to battle through in my situation, for me to be happy and chill and super productive is was a very painful, difficult, detailed process to get here. So I teach. But yeah, staging the night before. I have my outfit, my clothes, a little spot that I have ready the night before. Get a little deodorant on. I got either mouthwash or toothpaste in the car, so I can just, if I don't have a toothbrush in a car toothbrush, I'll just put that in my mouth or put a little extra toothpaste and get a real good rinse. It's like mouthwash, same thing. It's all about setting yourself up, little things to set yourself up. That's all that life is. You just keep setting yourself up over and over and over. You have to get obsessed with that cycle. It's always gonna be we people like chase thinking it's all gonna be perfect. I really realize like, oh man, yeah, you're always gonna have to do some dishes. You know, it's always gonna be keeping things clean and neat. It's always gonna be keeping up with it. There's gonna be days where it's gonna be hard to do it. So you see how, like when before I was doing this, I was literally spatting at some girl I have no reason to even give a shit about, just no reason. But I'm like ranting shit and kind of thinking, what should I say? Why? Because it keeps popping in my head. Shit keeps popping on my head to say. So you translate it into there, and you boof it out, and you biff it. You biff it into the abyss. I don't even think this person's real. I think this is just a blessing in disguise. I think the universe created this woman as a some kind of like a siren, like a curse. Her stripper name was Siren, like curse shit, so that I'd fall under Siren's curse, be over obsessive with the Siren. But since I myself possess a lot of Siren and energy, and may even have the pool with a woman that attracted, you know what I'm saying? I can do what you do to you. Like, you have met your mark maker. You've met your mark. You've met your. And I don't mean to brag about these things again. You work really hard, and remember how I used to be? Not good. Not good. What did I say? I was always mad. I was an incel. And you know why it would be good for me though to stay an incel a little bit and stay mad at this girl, because that keeps me out of the fucking shit. Because yeah, I'll get lured. I like girls and I know what to do, know what to say to get them to like me, and because I'm a decent, likable person at the end of the day. It's pretty simple. That's pretty simple. Be likable. But you know why it's good to sometimes incel mode yourself? Because if you haven't found yourself yet, the worst thing possible for your life, if you really haven't found your own groove and humaga, the worst thing would be is trying to tell yourself that you get into this relationship and that's what completes that completeness, that this hole in your heart, or that you didn't fill it yourself, that you filled it with someone. And that's good, I guess. I don't know. But what I have stumbled upon makes me feel much better than any romantic relationship ever did, no matter how glowy or happy it was. I've had plenty of happy, good moments. So, yeah, you want to get your heart broken to the point where you don't actually want to do it all over. Like, I don't want to put in the effort. But you gotta have like 4 of those before you actually give up. And sometimes the stress of not, like, a lot of the incels with these high standards and they think they're a high value man. Um a lot of those people lack the experience, like don't really have that much experience around women or attractive women, or they don't really know what they're doing in that department. So they need to figure out, they don't really understand the female creature very well. Because the female creature can be somewhat misleading and sneaky in good ways and bad. The female creature can be positively sneaky just as she can negatively sneaky. That's what people don't talk about. Yeah, women are sneaky, but that can be in a very sly, positive thing where it's happy surprises and things like that. So these incels and these people, they look at all the red-pilled Republican shit online, and I'm not a leftist either. I'm neither side. I don't like either side. The better morals are probably on the right, though. And the right is probably more fun, to be honest. It's just not, they're not as mad, I feel like. I don't know. But who knows? Where was I going with that? Neurodivergence or rewind function. Probably more fun. Romantic relationship ever did, no matter how glowy or happy it was. I've had plenty of happy, good moments. So, rewind function. Yeah, you want to get your heart broken to the point where you don't actually want to do it all over. Like, I don't want to put in the effort. But you gotta have like 4 of those before you actually give up. Yeah, it's a cracked system, but at the same time, if you look in the right places or you just become more ready for your opportunities, the opportunities will show up. It's kind of like you got to prepare and train and get on the field before you get on the field. You know, you can't just jump on the field. Of course, it's not going to work. If you prepare yourself, me, like having a door-to-door sales job at one point, or even sales jobs in the past, always helped me. But particularly the last job I have really got me into that. Like, I kind of know what to talk about. What are the really good things about me? Because a lot of people will sniff out a bullshitter or actor or fake. So you have to actually be decent. And that's what it's about. That was my restructure. That in my mind, I was just going to make a healthy mind. That was my whole deal at a certain, in 2024, the rebuild and rebrand and growth, the glow up state. Yeah, that was really all it was about. And let's see, where is this? I want to see the list. Because again, I used to be this like revenge, spiteful, and I still have a lot of spice, pizzazz, and holler. But I'm trying to get rid. I'm trying. I don't need it. I'm trying to do away with it. You know. Every little. I don't need to be resentful against anyone from the past. Like I do it to do it. I do it for the sake of war. You know, I'm a warrior spirit within me. Yeah, there should be some kind of like my roles. I made a list of my roles. Like what is my role in this world? What am I to do? Son, what are you to do, my son? I will show you. Yes, understand your roles. Core manifest list. Okay, look. See, this is one of the first things. I totally rebranded. I used to be kind of like, oh, the business world is. I turned a cold shoulder to it, very hardcore. I went from that business, wanting to be some business fancy guy, to like, fuck this is lame as shit. Money is not that important. To have fun, live life, and half these people are broken and insane. And putting 70 hours to work in any job is fucking insane. If anybody ever has done that to your entire life, you're mentally molested at that point. You're now you just have Stockholm syndrome. You love your abuser because they give you lots of shekels and money, but really you're in shackles. Your shackles are the reason you're in shackles. But no, I don't mean that. Look. I'm just trying to get. I know there could be people. Oh, your life is all perfect, and you got your monies and got your high-paying job, and oh, I'm talking bad. Oh, he doesn't have a job like that. I've had my opportunities, and I've always left. I've left these things on my own power. I'm like a UFC fighter. I go out. I know when it's going to shit. Before I could, months before I could ever do anything to get fired, I should retire. I just retire, you know. But yeah, it's not really. It's a trap. I mean, who exactly, you know? Why do you feel like you have to make people proud of you that you lived your life in a certain way? Who, like, I feel sometimes, sometimes I feel bad for my dad that maybe I don't think he's ever gonna fucking understand exactly this shit that I do. My mom sees it, and even then, with the internet age and stuff, she's not gonna understand most of the crazy, insane things, especially me that I talk about. I say something like a dick cage. Me and my buddy, I said, yeah, they have this thing. It's a dick cage. Like, what the fuck do you mean a dick cage? Well, it's a cage. It's like a chastity thing. It's like a chastity belt for a guy. I mean, it's a cage. So your girlfriend could put your wiener in a cage. Now, see, I'd do that, but it is also like a fetish thing. Oh, yeah. And it, like, feels... No, let's not get into that. I never actually done that, for real. I just heard of it and was like, what the fuck do you mean dick cage? So I looked it up and I figured out what a dick cage was. But it is like a sexual, it's a get off thing, like a butt plug, wearing a butt plug throughout the day. But also, yeah, if you're a girl, you could, hypothetically, it could have a lock and dude couldn't get it off. Now, yeah, at that point, yeah, we're not even going to get into that. But anyways, yeah, like, I don't mean to rag on work and jobs and stuff. It's just, it gets a little over. There's like, and if I don't say something, no one's gonna fucking say something, and it's just gonna keep going. And people aren't gonna have it. At least I'd rather have someone click off my podcast. I'd rather have a normie get to this point like, oh my god, blah blah blah, and click off. Because I'm calling out I'm calling out the normal life. Yeah, I'm not. That's not where I'm coming from. I'm just saying there's a certain amount of work. At a certain point, kind of takes your whole brain. And even when you're off work, you've just spent too much time working. And that's kind of what your brain is going to be. You're not going to have like sauce and humaga. Let's say your wife leaves you. You got all this money, but you don't have a humaga. It doesn't matter, dude. I'm going to... If a girl doesn't care, like if she's independent and has money, like, your money's meaningless. It's very, very, like, I'm actually perfectly fine getting at back. It doesn't intimidate me one freaking bit, no matter how much money somebody has. If I'm in the room, I know that I have things in here that he'll never have, probably. And that girl's gonna find out, and I probably got some shit down there. Probably, in the way that everything, it's celestial dick, man. It's spiritual, cause I treat the sex land as spiritual shit. I'm actually gonna share that spiritual shit with another body. At this point in my life, yeah, that means something. I don't play around with that shit. It's not healthy. I feel better when I don't play around with that shit. So if somebody says like, oh, he lays it down, I really don't even like that terminology. Okay? I mean, everybody's top 5. because I don't think like that. And people think that more because I sniffed something out about you. And then I manifested the vibe and energy that you were looking for in that moment. And I paired it with, I'm like, full moon, all this shit. Just, I don't really care about the astrology details, but I'll look up and just, oh, I saw the stars tonight. Happened to look up and I noticed the stars tonight. Dude, astrology, junk. Tarot cards, junk. Worrying about what color crystal, what color, blah, blah, blah. Junk. And then this is good. Again, anything can be made good by your intentions from it. So I'm not saying like, oh, this stalagmite rose quartz that people have like the whole paragraph thing that says what it does. Dude, that could be very useful in work. You want to do healing crystals? Yeah, I feel this rock. I know this rock is a crystal and has. Ooh, I'm feeling something. I feel high. This is getting me high. And then you pair it with this one. Oh shit. Ooh, that's it. This one's a downer, bro. This one's actually fucking me up. Oh fuck. Well, I gotta squeeze this one. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh. What? We're back to this one. Oh, this is a speed rock. I look cocaine because it got me feeling like I'm Superman. I could have had Nicki Minaj. I could have had Iggy Azalea. I could have had Jennifer Lopez. But I'm fucking Miley Cyrus. Was my first love. It was Miley Cyrus. Big trust. Big trust. Dude, now that was all just a fantasy as a kid, but now it's like, I guess hypothetically, you guys, if it just could get me in the algorithm and people's, all of a sudden, things change and they want me on this, they want you on that, you never know. Oh, sorry, Polly, I wasn't looking at the, are you still in this bitch? Hello, Polly. I'm sorry. I was on the other screen. I wasn't looking at any in the chat. Oh, Kitty. Yeah, positive reinforcement. Okay. Yeah, I do have the puppy pads. They're working. I just gotta, yeah. It's a little, yeah, as you know, I like to take responsibility. Okay, that's good. I like to take responsibility, Polly. There's things that I can do to help the cat. So yeah, it's one of those things where I did feel bad afterwards that I was stressed out about it. But that's good, you see? I really just needed to go work out. I worked out today. I went and threw the football. It's one of my workouts I like to do. Once, sometimes I'll do that for a whole week of working out. Throwing some zingers. I just do some quarterbacks, 3-step drop, 5-step drop, little RPOs. Trying to see what I got to let her fly deep. I don't know. There's like a little kink in my shoulder. No, not like that kind of kink, but like yeah, there's just something. I just can't feel like I'm getting full sauce on it, but I'm working on my form, and it was real snowy and muddy, so it was hard today. If you want to get velocity on a 5-step drop, you gotta step up in the pocket when you're in the snow. It's hard to get that back foot to grip to launch, so you gotta kind of give it some step up, get that momentum to up it, and just up. I did a couple rollouts, a little play action. So, and then it's good because you throw the ball and you got to run after it, and I go quick. And it was snowing and windy. And it was a little dark out because it was after work, and it was nice, though. I did a good, 20, 25 minutes out there, just throwing passes, running back and forth. So it's like it's basically like going for a jog or going for a run, but I'm throwing the football. And it's cold, so I had to keep moving. Like, you gotta keep moving. And what I do is I just have this glove I can take on and off, and then I keep I wear a hoodie with the front pocket. And then I put the glove. I throw the ball with my normal hand, have the other one gloved, and I put it right in the glove, and I go run after the ball, and then I can wipe the ball kind of off, put the glove in there. I'm real quick with it. So it's kind of fun out there to go through some athletic motions. I recommend that for anybody trying to like maybe you haven't been working out, but maybe you do want to get back into it and you don't know what to do. That was something I started doing, was the football. And then playing basketball, I have easy access across the street, basketball hoops, so yeah, blessed. But yeah, I don't want to go. I'm just trying to make sure if I'm polishing off my thoughts on dating, because I know the first season has included a lot of dating topics. So I'm just making sure to polish that shit off. Because yeah, I was on that red pill bullshit where you're an incel and you're angry, and then it makes you have negative thoughts and fatal assumptions about new women that you meet, and that is not gonna help you. Maybe make you miss out on something that was supposed to maybe be part of your story. I don't know if I think there's a lot of like, oh, if I wouldn't have done that night, if I didn't take that shot. But like the sled still finds its way to the bottom of the hill, or the roller coaster still goes up, even if it stops a little bit and somebody shit themselves and says, it's not the fucking ride of shit. This shit's gonna fly everywhere if you run the ride. It's going up. Like, stop! I'm gonna shit. Oh, the Top Thrill dragster, you just see them going up, dude. And as the dragster, it goes like this, and then it goes down, and it's just shoots up. All you see is fucking just a poop just launching into the stratosphere. Oh shit. But yeah, we get and then like standards in like beauty. Yeah, don't get too hampered into that. I joke about it as a joke, but I really don't have that high standards like that. Somebody's got to look a certain way. Just as long as somebody takes care of themselves, I don't. The same level that I do. That's all I ask. That's just, you got to match. You know what I'm saying? Alright, it's if you say, I'm gonna go swim. Oh, excuse me. Polly says, let me. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. Polly says, if you say, I'm gonna go swim with sharks, naked as a jaybird with bleeding eel in my mouth, and she says, okay, you should really be worrying. Well, I don't know, Polly. That seems like my type. I would hope that my type of woman to that question would at least ask, okay, as long as there's a cage. And she said, oh yeah, if there's a cage and they can't eat us. And then I'm saying, that's my type. See, that's what I thought. If there's a cage, fuck it. A goal pumper, organic farming. A machine used by farmers for organic farming called the goal pumper in Germany. What are they harvesting? What's the hottest crop in Germany? The plumbus. Alright, I need to do some The dibbity dibbity dabbity to keep me going with the sauce. So, let me see if I have anything else here that would be royalty. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I don't know. Royalty free music. Look, I got a little OG collection. There's a lot of banned songs. I got the Hail Hitler one on here, so if they ban that off the internet, I'll still have it. Sippin' Hooch, that's another one that could get banned. There's a lot of songs on here they'll probably already banned by now. I got the I don't know what I can say, what might just get flagged as hate speech. I don't think I can say what the name of the song. I apologize. I maybe listen to the Ghostbusters theme song will get me in trouble. Yeah, there's you know the one song 18 in Life? What was it? Skid Row, I think the name of the band. 18 in Life to go. That song, I have it downloaded actually. That will take your video down. You won't get like a strike, but they'll say blocked. Your visibility is blocked globally. Crazy stuff. All right, well this is fine. This will do. Yeah, this is good.
Would you like to ride in my Rocket 69?
Rocket 69, Rocket 69.
Well, would you like to ride in my Rocket 69?
Rocket 69, Rocket 69.
With a sweet man like you, we could have such a wonderful time.
Rocket 69, Rocket 69.
You'll have to hold tight, Papa, while I go into my spin.
Rocket 69, Rocket 69.
Well, you'll have to hold tight, Papa, while I go into my spin.
Rocket 69, Rocket 69.
You'll love the new world I'm gonna take you in.
Rocket 69, Rocket 69.
We'll take off for a star and the moon is not too far.
Rocket 69, Rocket 69.
Well, we'll take off for a star and the moon is not too far.
Rocket 69, Rocket 69.
We'll ride and glide and be so satisfied.
Rocket 69, Rocket 69.
Stand by, the rocket is ready to fly. I'll make you mighty happy that I'm your girl. When we fly through the sky and go all of this world, I bet you, sweet Papa, I can make you feel mighty fine.
Rocket 69, Rocket 69.
When you take a little trip on a Rocket 69,
Rocket 69, Rocket 69.
we'll zip it, we'll tip it,
On the Rocket 69.
we'll rip it, we'll tip it,
On the Rocket 69.
we'll flip it, we'll whip it,
On the Rocket 69.
we'll ride and guide and be so satisfied. The trip will be fine in my Rocket 69.
Rocket 69, Rocket 69.
Yo, nigga, get your cup. I wanna get drunk. Let's pull this shit up, man.
Let's
We
get
about to
drunk.
Drunk, yeah.
I'm getting fucked up, man. I'm getting fucked up. I'm getting fucked up, man. I'm getting fucked up. I'm getting fucked up, man. I'm getting fucked up. I'm getting fucked up, man. I'm getting fucked up. I play a drinking makers, mocker, cranberry vodka, makers, mocker, cranberry. I play a drinking makers, mocker, cranberry vodka, makers, mocker, cranberry vodka.
Give me a cup, some ice, some vodka, and let's go. Give me some dro, let me put down the crown and coke. I'm slummed out, drunk as fuck, and I know you won't make it home if you ride with me, bro. Cause I've been drinking since 2, started smoking around noon. With no sleep, I'm feeling similar to a cartoon. Animated, but gonna manage to make it through the day. Being a rapper's close to being an alcoholic that gets paid. I done seen a higher ground, now that I'm on a different plane. If you step to me wrong, I'ma have to show you I'm the man. I'm Lil White, the motherfucking drunken cracker, sipping the blue top. As long as I'm here, I'll rip it, so long as you never let the blue stop.
I'm getting fucked up, man. I'm getting fucked up. I'm getting fucked up, man. I'm getting fucked up. I'm getting fucked up, man. I'm getting fucked up. I'm getting fucked up, man. I'm getting
I play a drinking makers, mocker, cranberry.
But, Babahesh. What are you saying, Polly? A slurry pump that shoots liquid cow manure 200 yards. There you go, guys. There's it's a manure pump. It's German. If it's German, dude, it could be Nazi space technology. It's sending its poop from space, intergalactical shit, intergalactic manure. And they put it in all the soybeans, and it made the freaking frogs gay. Golly. What if the frogs were like, honey, it's been like this a lot longer than you'd like to know. Months before your little chemicals in the water. Yeah, what if they're like, Frog Dad was gay? And it's just that area was just had a bunch of gay frogs, and it wasn't the chemicals that they treated the soybeans with. It was actually just like a gay community of frogs. Ribbit, honey, you do not know. You do not need to know. But, whoa. Dry mounted. This is, the liquid regulator tank installed between the manure pump and the vertical dewaterer. The classic and well-known slurry pump is successful use in lots of pits and tanks. A lot of shit pits and shit tanks throughout the world. The ER3 slurry pump, equipped with the gearbox connected to the PTO shaft, ejaculates the construction of the ER3E standard. Slurry is pumped via an EL 1550 6,000 liter a minute booger pump. A booger pump, which is hydraulically powered through a direct drive gearbox. Liquid manure pumps. The Red Rock galvanized high-flow slurry pumps come standard with a hydraulic top link, a cutting rotor to prevent boofing, because they don't want the manure to get reboofed into the cow. That's why the pump is so that it doesn't get reboofed. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Today on my show, we're going to talk about... it says, Polly says, believe it or not, some snakes have developed a strange technique to ensure their young is born by first mimicking a female to waste all the bozo males that can't tell the difference. Then taking the real chick snakes after the bozo males go home and thinking they got some. Polly, have you been spying on me? That sounds really familiar. Polly, he knows things through certain... Polly's been fucking spying on me. No, Polly is trying to troll me, everybody. Polly's in my head. He knows secrets about my life, and he knows that this is actually what I do to get women. Is that I bang all the dudes and then bang their girlfriends. Dude, it works. That's why I'm growing my hair out. I'm not just a hippie. I want to appear as a woman. I'll just pull up my trans femboy. I have a little like mask. I'll just wear a mask. People think I'm a girl. And no, I'm just making a joke. I know, Polly. I'm just making a joke. That is Now wait a second. Yeah, but they have to go home after they got some, so that means the snake has to bang all the dudes. That's what I'm saying. The snake has to bang all the dude snakes, and then it bangs all the dude snakes' wives. So maybe my brain was kind of thinking like, I think that could work. I think that could work. Maybe some humans might try that. Well, I mean, and you know, it's the times. Oh, but you know what? We're better than animals. That's what makes us human, is that we try to not do things like that. No, in my world, I'm not really. You know, as a human, I feel like I've completed my mating that I was supposed. You know, at least I made one. So I don't really have too much pressure, you know, as a young, even though I'm young and vibrant, I don't have that, like, mating pressure. Or, like, speculation. I just kind of take care of business. But yeah, people like to equate the strange behavior of animals into, like, human culture and then make excuses. Like, well, the eagle was beating its wife, so we should do it too. Or like the tiger was jerking off to too many curvy logs, and his wife cheated on him, and the wife line was bad. But people will say, well, the lion cheated, so I can cheat. The people are banging. Yeah, they use that for sex, honestly. Well, animals just fuck all the time. Well, yeah, we're the manifestation of, like, some high-level shit. And yeah, we have traits of animals that you could say, but we're pretty distinctively differently built. We're built more like a machine. Animals are built more like also machines, but we're built like to do shit that's smart. You feel me? Like to do shit that's deeper than just survival. We're here to do a little bit more than that. That yes, survival is part of this. Survival is definitely a part of. Whew, you gotta watch your ass out there. You gotta survive. But there's so much more. And that when you find out and you learn that disciplining yourself on the right things and not the wrong things. For me, that was women being very disciplined in how I felt. And then also, like, I'm going to take another time off from even no effort. I guess I'll allow, if somebody throws me a pitch, I will hit it. But, you know, I'm going to try to give some space and just, I want to be as lonely as possible when it comes to romance so that I find that within myself and in the people that I already have and the things that I already have. And I figured that out a minute ago, probably. Or maybe. Yeah. But those are the kind of things that would separate us from animals. That we could say, hey, animals can't help. Like an animal will just eat and kill to survive. We don't really just do that unless people go batshit crazy. We don't just oh, I'm just gonna fuck just because my brain's telling me I'm horny. That you can control your humaga and that you can turn your humaga into adventuring. And then that's how you really end up with the best hookup stories or your best women that you meet and have relationships anyways. Polly says baboons sleep 18 hours a day. I wish I could sleep 18 hours a day too. Guess I am dumber than a baboon. I don't know, 18 hours a day? That means they're only awake for 8 hours? Fuck that. No, not even. 6. I'm an idiot. You only want to be awake for 6 hours? I'm not with that. I want to be in it to win it. I don't know. I guess I have a lot of young energy and strength or something. I like to sleep. I like to get like 8 hours. And sometimes I'll have like recovery sleeps if I know I can just get a bunch of sleep. There's days that I would sleep 18 hours. Yeah, as like a hibernate. I do a hibernate every like 2 months. I like to do a hibernate. Gets your booted back up. I sweat a lot too. It's like a spiritual thing. I don't know. I kind of retard maxed. I know what you're talking about, Polly. That is the general trend that as people get older, they sleep less and less. That the body sleeps less and less. I think it's I think, yeah, I don't know, the mind. I'm manic. So for me, I always had problems falling asleep. And then you'd have to go about your day. You have to go to school. You can't just sleep in and get the 8 hours you needed. So I always had some form of insomnia. Now, it wasn't always bad. But usually I'd get 1 day a week. If not more, through my life. So me personally, as I've gotten older, yeah, that it's kind of been like that. More and more trouble sleeping, but I got my booth, and my booth does it for me. My booth puts me out, and it helps me sleep in a little bit. It helps me like not really want to get up that much. But then, you know, I got shit to do. But on a day that I'm allowed to sleep in, yeah, I end up sleeping in because of my medication I take for sleep. So that's pretty good, you know. It's pretty cheap, too. But it is pretty strong, you know. Seroquel, it's pretty kind of zoinks you out. But for me, yeah, I'll stay up. You know, I'll just stay up. Even I can take it and stay up. I'm like, if I really want to. But I'm getting better at only taking like half the pill and taking the night off of it and being able to still fall asleep. Maybe I might not stay the sleep that well. I'll keep waking up, but I'll go back. So it's been a big improvement for me, is getting my sleep. That's the first thing you should do, is figure out, for anybody. Now you're down to 5 hours. I have like I don't know, like a rotating schedule. So there'll be times I only get like 5 hours of sleep. And then I'll get like 10, you know? I'll balance it back out. So it kind of goes all over the place anyways. Alright, let me fire this. Okay, yeah. Alright, I invented Scrooging this year. This is the act of purposely having a schedule around Christmas time that gets you a little bit stressed out. And purposely dealing with a whole bunch of traffic. Trying to get your Christmas shopping done at the last second. Probably like work. Do something stressful on Christmas Eve. Be a little pissy on purpose. Maybe let your anger go. And then you take 5 grams of magic mushroom psilocybin to go on an Ebenezer Scrooge like trip. Because they had to teach Scrooge was a dick. I think because his wife died a long time ago, so he had to learn not to be a dick around Christmas. So you have to be a dick around Christmas and then take 5 grams of mushrooms on Christmas Eve, and then afterwards, the rest of the night on Christmas Eve, you'll have your epiphany and be like, yay, Christmas. I said 5 G's, buddy. Dana White, 5 G's, baby. Shroomies. Sign me up, Dan, at 5 G's. That's, if I win my fight, that's all I want. 5 G's of shrooms. But no, wait, more than that. Give me 5 grand worth of, there we go. 5 grand worth of the boomers. But yeah, they'll take you through spiritual TSA when you do that much. They're like, what the fuck are you doing here, buddy? What the fuck are you doing here? And I said, I've been a dick. And I want some Ebenezer Scrooge shit. Because I want to be perfect of thought. And you can't, it never can be perfect of thought. But there's like there's a certain level. I want to keep getting better. Always keep getting better. And they're like, oh, bitch, you came to the right place, bitch. Come on in, bitch. And they're like, shit, no, okay. At first, they're like, what the fuck are you doing here? You just took a large fucking dose of mushrooms. I hope you know what the fuck you just did, buddy, because you got some baggage I see that needs to be checked. Them entities, they're like, you, and it came in right away. I was going to try to, like, I thought my tolerance was down maybe even, but I don't know if I think I detailed this experience on Christmas Day, so I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but yeah, I mean, oh yeah. But then they let me party, and they taught me all the epiphanies I needed to have. It was cool. I don't know, improve my life. But yeah, so no, it wasn't too much. It was definitely not specific. They didn't give me some kind of themed like past, present. You know, it's you gotta deal with the shroomies and the entities. But then we got on some good terms, and You know, they're gonna let you know if you've been doing a good job. It's like Santa Claus for real. It's like if you've been naughty or nice, take 5 grams of mushrooms, you're gonna fucking find out. They're gonna check you. And if you've been naughty, it's not gonna be that fun of a trip. They'll make your stomach hurt if you get mad at them. And dude, yeah, anytime I was like trying to reason without just surrendering, they get mad. They'll make your stomach hurt. They're like, we'll ruin that. You like this fun little vibe and shit? You better drop. I said you leave the baggage. It's spiritual TSA, dude. The airport security, spiritual airport security with the magic mushrooms. You walk up, you come up there, and they're like, "What the fuck are those? What the hell is in your bag?" They can look at you and realize right away, "Oh, you're coming here with some baggage, you little shit." And it's gonna make you process. It might if you take a lot. If you take that dose, like the intention, like it's gonna happen. Like it's gonna do what you wanted. If you want some Ebenezer Scrooge, teach me how to be perfect. Like have the good vibes, family shit. Yeah, it can do that. And I never really paid. I need to watch Scrooge again. Did he like do shrooms? Is that how it happened? Like I don't know. Did somebody he took a special Christmas? He took a special Christmas candy. It was laced with some acid. But no, that's why I really do trust with the spiritual guidance from shrooms. I think is a little bit more trustworthy than what you could get from um like lab manufactured shit. Like I don't know, LSD seems to be the outlier in that shit, that I think LSD is proper and perhaps a man like God's hand in man. But with any kind of man's creation, there is some. You have to have some eyes of spectic. But yeah, also you don't need to be perfect with stuff. But I'm just saying, like 2CB and some of those wonky psychedelics are. I don't know how spiritual, but then maybe it is somewhat spiritual because that's what tripping is. But like. It's also like a drug type thing too, so it's some with the shroomies. Like if you can't just. Perhaps I did a nice big dose of acid and I could go and do shit. And then you take a certain amount, you might completely trip out and not be able to go nowhere. But like a certain amount, yeah, I'd be able to go out and do shit. I guess if you take a lot of any of those, you can't really go out and do that much sometimes. But yeah, no, you have to. I don't know. It's a good way. It's a weird substance because it's like, well, how do you learn these things? How do you see it all like that so quickly with anything else? I don't think there's anything that quickly in terms of a way of learning some shit about yourself to help you move forward quicker. I don't know of anything than shrooms. And very much can be a system upgrade as long as you respect them. But yeah, of course, like this time around having these things, it's more like I'm just partying with the mushroom verse because again, the entities, I've kind of faced these things myself. I asked to face these things myself, and I've battled some of the evil demons. So now I'm getting checked by the white magic and the angel entities. There can be a little mean, but for the most part, like, they have good intentions. And there's always some ego death that pops up again. I don't know if that's the most healthy thing, but you don't want to hold on. And then the attachment to things, you know, the releasing your attachment for things is very powerful. But anyways, the clapping. You guys like the clapping hands? I like this thing. I've always liked this. And for me, it was like Call of Duty Black Ops 1, Nazi Zombies, Kino. The monkey was, you know, you needed the monkey. Somebody needed to have monkeys to... You would get the monkeys and you'd throw... they were like grenades. And you'd throw them, and they go, meh, 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 and they would distract all the zombies. And all the zombies would go to the monkey. So these things... They don't really spook me out. But I know a lot of people kind of get spooked by these. But this is what you kind of want to be sometimes. The monkey... Look at the monkey will go absolutely insane to do this one task. Okay? But he's an idiot. But he's not an idiot. He's a full retard. And that's life. I talk about retard maxing. I don't know if it's super appropriate, but... I don't really care about that. And I mean it in a respectful way, that you want to retard yourself into simplistic reasoning when it comes to a lot of things in life. And you should just kind of clap through it like ding da ding da ding, and you just keep doing whatever your da ding da ding da ding is, you just keep doing it. And you do it till your eyes go red and you go crazy. Yeah, I said something about emotional intelligence. I heard it framed very good. The feeling and your emotions and how you're feeling inside you. This is quantum physics. But the probability field around you, there's like a probability field of outcomes and ways you can be approached, questions that might be asked. You might be chosen for something, like at a job or social event or something. Yeah, you're feeling. And even sports. The confidence that your team will hold it out. It influences the probability field around us. It's all energy. It's like, gives it a little sparkle. If you can sparkle it, if you can have good things going on. And, yeah, I have an overwhelmingly large sample size of, like, instantaneous stuff. It's almost like simply with your thoughts and your energy. When you come from good intention, you can feel like a warm blanket. Or if it's, you know, sometimes like out at the bar, you want to pull up like Cruella de Vil shit, you know? Or like Darth Vader. You'd be to have some Darth Vader, some badass, the Joker. And then you come in there and you're just like, ooh, it's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance. Let's have a night we won't remember. I'll be the one you won't forget. Whoa. Yeah, dude, you'd be like Kesha real quick. But that's the probability fields around you. It's like Polly. He always gets good deals on weed. Why does Polly always have good deals on weed? Because he knows he's going to get a good deal. Polly says, I was also told that life is all fun and games until someone loses an eye, and that's just called a game called Find the Eye. And yeah, I don't know, there's like... there's a lot of rough stuff that makes it hard to keep that emotional field positive. That's one of the reasons I totally stepped away from like worrying about news or conspiracies, because there's a lot of stuff out there. Ways of thinking, news events, but then also the frequency warfare. You know, there's a whole... I've gotten into the frequencies and stuff. Just because I don't clamor about these things anymore doesn't mean I'm not still aware of their existence. I've just, in my field around me, in my quantum field that encompasses my energy and my vibe, I am protected against the new age warfare. That I protect myself and shield myself and the people around me from the frequency warfare, from 5G. And that sounds a little bit... that even sounds crazier than saying that you're being a targeted individual and brainwashed by 5G. But how often do I make excuses for my actions these days? None. Even with my cat, we had to talk that out. And I didn't even abuse the cat or do nothing crazy to the cat. I was just mad. And that was enough for a fucking sit down. And to say in the past, well, the 5G was gotten me. Oh, I got so mad at the cat. Well, no, I can take responsibility, and that actually feels better. That, okay, if I would have just done these things... maybe there were some reasons that weren't my fault, that we couldn't do all this, get her spayed yet, blah, 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 but we'll just plan on doing it and figure out what we can do about the pee for a little bit and figure it out. And we'll make sure to be nice to the kitty. You're sassy. I'm sorry about earlier. I'm sorry for yelling about you and putting you in the pee and chasing you down. You're sassy. Let me get her. Let's get your bowl filled. I'm apologizing. You love me. Polly says, if you keep your smartphone by your head, will its 5G interfere with alien 5G? No, it's all just signals. Anything coming from the above, whatever the hell's going on up there, the great above, whatever's coming from up there, is good. A lot of what comes from up there. Now there is some good shit up there, for sure. Now, so that's something I was ignoring. I talk about all this frequency warfare and also the temptations and the evil around us. But what about the positive things and the entities and the good spirits and the angelic spirits that are here to guide us and fight the warfare of mental clarity? Just experiment, making sure that everybody's having a good experience to the best it can be. Make sure everybody understands that typically we are the result of our own actions that had consequences, whether that be negative or positive. And whether or not it was some bullshit or not and wasn't our fault, that sometimes being in the wrong place at the wrong time, that we found ourselves there through bad intentions or lack of emotional intelligence. But yeah, there's all the spiritual words. But then getting tuned into the grand holiness or the grand love and connection. See, that I got my shield open to. And that's a good boost to everything physical when you can have a good connection with the good energy. But yeah, it feels as if, like, because of the internet now, at least people in my generation, that there's going to be this kind of mass psychosis and mass issues when the people, like, I'm going to turn 30. Okay, what about when all the people my age turn 40? And it's kind of 10 more years of, having a lot of scrolling habits, but without having, like, listening to long form stuff or finding something new and fresh or changing up what you're listening to or evolving. Like, that a lot of the stuff people are consuming causes you maybe to miss the point of experiencing it and enjoying it. That there's too much of a like, people are thinking and making too many decisions with their retirement. And sometimes people, when they're retired, they're very stressed because they feel like they have to catch up on certain things, but then their body is older and not able to do so. And then you find that no amount of money will ever give you the chance to, like, we're only going to be young once. So being young and worrying about the perfect retirement or the perfect relationship or the perfect this and perfect that, without just appreciating your place in history as a young person at the peak of your own existence, and that you're just every day, no matter how shitty the surroundings are, or as if your physical body doesn't feel well, that you're still, like, We must never break the chain. Like that song's just playing and you're just like psychedelic rocking it through the day. And then when it comes time to suffer, when, oh, my stomach hurts, I really got shit, but I'm not gonna be able to do poops for 2 hours till I have my first break at 10 p.m. Huh, I could poop myself right now. And I gotta hold this for 2 hours. And then, but then you say thank you. That thank you for the suffering universe that you have placed on me today, for only through the suffering may we find the happiness, the true bliss of feeling weightless, feeling like a magician, feeling like you're pulling strings, not just for yourself, but for other people, and adding something positive to collective consciousness. And you can feel this like history thing, like, oh man, I'm riding something that's been ridden many times before me, and here I am, here I am getting to ride this beautiful thing in this edition, in this modern time, this chunk of time that I'm going to be alive. I get this opportunity to ride this thing and just go for a ride. But yeah, you know, there's also, to play devil's advocate, yeah, there's bullshit, you know. You're gonna get thrown the bullshit, and that's where you guys learn, where I've learned to say just kind of thank you for some bullshit, you know. If my cat didn't pee on some stuff, I wouldn't have maybe, oh, well, now I gotta get a second litter box and maybe solve the problem. Like, I wouldn't have solved the problem to make her happier or whatever. Make sure she has a good place where she likes to pee so she's not peeing on everything and marking her territory or whatever. And then, okay, now we gotta schedule a visit to probably get her spayed, because it's probably just gonna be too much that this animal is just gonna be horny all the time and not get laid. I don't think it's realistic to try to get the cat laid and then hope that it doesn't want to get laid again. Like, it doesn't work like that. The animal's just gonna want more. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I know how it goes when you they come back out. They always come back around. Plus, I usually don't get mad or like ever, so. But yeah, I mean, I've kind of yelled at the cats before and they got better. I don't know. Sometimes I think they can understand me. I think because I'm so nice and give them a lot of petting and time every day, that, you know, when daddy gets angry, it means something, you know? That's the only reason I do it, because it means something. When I get mad, it actually fucking means something, because I can't speak to the past. I used to get triggered at everything in the past. But now it typically means that there is an issue to be fixed. But yeah, you know, that was my thank you universe. I look back and thank you universe for having some kind of like challenge that I had to just kind of move through, plot, and figure out a solution, and how to look a few things up online real quick, and so I know what to do when I have time to fix it. And there you go. Next task. The taskmaster. Taskmaster above. Alright, that's all the time I have for today, folks. But thank you all for tuning in. As always, keep it real. And we will catch you next time. Peace.